Okay, hi artists. I'd like to show you a different way now of making a six-sided snowflake. This one's, again, one corner to the other corner. And again, I always like to use some kind of a tool or my thumbnail to crease that really good, because that'll make your future folds easier when you do a good crease. Now, with it pointing like an arrow towards your tummy, flat side away from you, do this corner to this corner. But this time I'm just going to crease it and open it back up again, because here's where I'm going to divide it into thirds. So I want to make something like this, but I know that I want to be like about a 60-degree angle here, so somewhere in here is where that's going to fold, but I don't want to crease it because it's probably not right. I'm going to have to adjust it. We want the top of the crease to come out. This was a mark to show where where that fold has to begin. So I'm going to wrap this one over it and see, oh, I'm pretty close. Actually, that was pretty good. So now I just kind of snug everything up and try to get it as accurate as I can. Okay, so when I've got it as perfect as I think I can make it, then I go ahead and crease it. Now that's not really perfect, because see how that's off just a little bit? But it'll be okay. Now, I want to fold this in half, which is kind of lucky because there's already that crease there, so it'll kind of help me.
It's pretty awesome.
Thanks. Now it looks a lot like that other way that I showed you. So it's like, we call this a rocket ship, but the top of sometimes we turn it over and say it looks like a fox, but with this see-through paper you can kind of see that the line across the top of the fox's head is right in there. But if you don't have see-through paper, you just have to take your best guess and cut it from this ear all the way across, because these out here are the corners of the square, and we don't want those on our snowflake. So if I were to open it now, it would be kind of like a circle. Don't try this at home. It's a bad idea because it can make it hard to fold back up again, but can you see how it would be a circle? And we don't want it to be a circle, we want it to be a hexagon. It'll make a better hexagon if I'm down, or a six-pointed flake if I cut something like this at an angle. And once again, this is not recommended, but I want to show you. Can you see how that's going to be now? A little bit more. So now we can start making our fancy stuff. Now we know we've got the basis of. And I like to do some big shapes cut out and some small shapes. Triangles are easy, and a lot of kids just do nothing but triangles. And if you're having a hard time with your scissors, or it's hard for you to cut through, triangles are great. But it'll be a lot more interesting if you do some other shapes. Mostly just because everybody does triangles. These kids over there are being really, really loud in my video, aren't they? I don't want to have to yell at them while I'm on camera, but I might. Sometimes I do. Those are all kind of the same size and shape, aren't they? Maybe I'll do some long slivers. So Isabel, what would happen if I cut all this off?
Your snowflake would fall apart.
That is exactly correct. I cut that off because that's going to make a hole in the middle of my flake. Sometimes we like holes, sometimes not so much. I can see that this is going to be a little bit uneven because I didn't get my fold quite perfect, so I'm making a point of making my cuts deep enough to get all of those layers. I'll have some small places and some big holes in there. What do you think? Should we open it or should I cut some more?
You should open it and see what it looks like.
If I open it now, I'll never get it back folded again. So
Then you should keep cutting.
I'm going to cut just a few more little bitty ones because I really like those little tiny ones out. Do one more here. Okay, it's time. open that really carefully because I made it really delicate. Oh, it's kind of fragile. Maybe it will rip. Okay.
That's really cool.
Well, thank you. So now we'll take it over to the ironing station and flatten it out really good with a hot iron. And yay! All right, thank you very much.